Hello and welcome to Yoga Flow. We're gonna move our entire body today, so you can begin by coming to a comfortable seated position on the middle of the mat. Just let loose of any tension in the shoulders or the neck, and then let your hands fall down onto your knees, palms facing up to receive. Just begin tapping in, letting go of everything that has happened up until this point today. Breathing deeply. Maybe exhaling through the mouth with an audible sigh. I invite you to take the deepest breath that you've taken so far today. Really filling up the lungs, making space in your rib cage and chest. And emptying it all out. Releasing any old energy and stagnancy. The only thing that's moving is your breath and the organs involved in that movement. By slowing down your breath, you'll slow down your mind automatically. And bringing your palms together in front of the heart. Just feeling gratitude for this moment, for this practice, for this life. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. And placing your hands on your heart, feeling the beat. You're alive. That's a miracle in itself. Then bringing the palms to your eyes, just tapping the area around the eyes, awakening. Bringing some awareness and attention to your face. And then letting the palms fall down. Begin circling your neck slowly. Mindfully. Increasing the size of the circles as you begin to warm up the muscles around the neck and shoulders. Changing direction if you haven't done so already. And then coming back to center, finding stillness before beginning to draw circles with your entire torso. Inhale to come forward and exhale to move back. Tuning into the pace of your own breath here and letting it guide you. Change direction. See if you can over-exaggerate this movement. Then coming back to center, give your hands a bit of a shake. Make some circles with your wrists. Extending your arms in front of you, contracting the spine. Extending your arms above you and then drawing them back into a cactus movement. opening up the shoulders. Then bringing one arm to the side, letting it rest in your elbow crease. Switching sides, just stretching out the shoulders, warming them up slightly here. Drawing some circles back, hands on your shoulders. And then getting ready to come onto all fours. And then as I'm doing here, you can begin some cat and cow movements. Inhaling to open the chest. And exhale to contract the spine, gaze towards the navel. If you like, you can also twist from side to side. Just move in any way that feels good here. Then tuck your toes and step back into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out, take it for a walk. You can come forward into a plank to make sure that you're aligned, that your shoulders are above your hands in the plank. And then coming back to your downward facing dog. Just staying here before inhaling your right leg up towards the sky. And exhale to place it between your hands. Inhaling up to your warrior one. Engaging the legs. Maybe rock a bit up and down. Then opening up to your warrior two. So making sure that the arch of your back foot is in line with your front heel. Relaxing the shoulders down, away from your ears, engaging the legs, engaging the core, inhaling forward and exhaling into your peaceful warrior or reversed warrior. Gazing up, inhaling back to warrior two, and exhale to your extended side angle. You can gaze towards your fingertips, feeling the stretch all the way from your toes to your hands. Then inhaling back to your warrior two. Bringing your back foot slightly closer to your front, about one leg's distance apart. We're going to transition to our triangle. So inhale and reach forward as far as you can before exhaling down. Bringing your right hand to your right ankle or to the floor if that's accessible to you, or a block if you have that. Gazing up if your neck allows it, or you can gaze to the side. Find an inhale to come back and exhale to circle your hands down, stepping back into your three-legged dog and releasing your right leg down to the floor. Taking it for a walk again. And then inhaling your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale to place it between your hands and inhale to come up into your warrior one. Stay here for a moment, engaging the entire body. And then opening your right foot up towards the side, coming into your warrior two. Breathing here, letting your shoulders fall down from your ears, engaging the core, engaging the legs. Inhaling to gaze forward and exhaling to bring your right hand towards your right leg and gaze up in your peaceful warrior. On your next inhale, come back to warrior two, and exhale, place your left elbow on your left knee. Come into your extended side angle. Breathe here, don't forget to breathe. Then inhale back to your warrior two. Scooch your right foot slightly closer to your front foot. Find your alignment. We're going to transition to the triangle on the other side. So lean forward as much as you can, letting your right hip guide backwards and then fall forward, opening your right hand towards the sky, opening up your chest, and inhaling all the way up and exhaling, circling your arms down, coming back into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out, move in any way that feels good to you. Then release your hips down, coming into your child's pose, just to integrate for a moment. Come back to your deep breathing here. Letting your entire body melt towards the floor. Relax every muscle throughout your body. Feel your forehead touching the earth. And find an inhale to come back onto all fours. Begin drawing some circles with your right knee, opening up the hip. Reverse the direction, drawing the circles backwards. Just twist the spine from side to side before changing to the other side. Inhaling your left knee forward. And then changing direction, moving it backwards. Feel the activation in the hip joints here. And then begin drawing some circles all the way back towards your heels, coming forward. Explore your limitations, awakening the entire upper body, and then tucking your toes, coming into your downward facing dog, maybe adjusting, bringing your hands slightly forward, and then inhaling your right leg up towards the sky, open up the hip, bend into the right knee, inhale back to your three-legged dog, and exhale bringing your right knee towards your right hand and your left foot towards your left hand. Your right foot towards your left hand. We're coming into our pigeon here. You can stay upright. If your body's open, you can also begin to fold forward. We're going to also thread the needle, so you can bring your right hand under your left arm. Then relax your forehead onto the floor. Once you're in the position, you can just surrender completely, letting gravity do the work here. Bringing awareness to the hip. Maybe you're experiencing a lot of sensations here. And then beginning to untwist. Just coming into a regular pigeon, maybe placing your hands as a pillow for your forehead. For me, pigeon is like a journey in itself. The longer I stay, the deeper I go. And then begin to walk your hands back towards your body. You can come onto your right hip and swing your left leg around. Maybe doing some windshield wipers here just to release the hips, bring some movement back into your legs. And then coming back into your downward facing dog again. Do whatever you need to do. Then inhale your left leg up, open the hip, bend into the left knee, gaze towards your armpit. Then extend into your three-legged dog and bring your left knee towards your left hand and left foot towards your right hand. Adjust your clothes if you need to. And then stay upright here initially. Don't judge yourself if you're more stiff on one side. It's totally normal. And then begin walking your right hand forward and sliding your left hand underneath the right, coming into this thread the needle variation of the pigeon. Just soften here. Sometimes we hold unnecessary tension, but if we just consciously release and let go of it, it doesn't have to be there. If you like, you can come out of the twist and just relax your forehead down towards the floor. You can use your breath to breathe through the sensations you may be experiencing in the left hip. You can also become curious of where your mind is heading when you're in this intense posture. And then begin walking your hands back towards your body, falling onto the left hip and just swaying your right leg around. Again, just windshield wiping those knees. Stepping back into your downward facing dog. Take your time. And then beginning to float forward into a plank, and then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Again, just rolling forward into your plank, bending into your knees and coming back into your downward facing dog. Just bringing some movement back into the spine here. So you can begin walking your feet towards your hands at the top of the mat, bringing your feet about hip width apart, and just folding forward, releasing the entire upper body here. Maybe grabbing a hold of your elbows with your hands, coming into your ragdoll, just swaying side to side. Then bringing your feet about mat width apart, pointing at about 45-degree angle, and then sitting back into your yogic squat. So elbows towards your knees towards your elbows. You can just move around here, bring a bit of movement into the position. Once you feel a bit more open, you can commit to stillness, breathing deeply. Again, you can sway a bit from side to side before placing the hands back into the mat behind you and just sitting into your butterfly position here, letting the soles of your feet touch, bringing them close to your body. And just swaying a bit from side to side. And then beginning to roll all the way back and forward onto your mat, coming into a little ball. Just bringing some massage into the entire spine. From here, we're going to bring our feet about close to our body, and then we're going to begin bringing our hands up along our spine, and we're moving into our shoulder stand. So if this is not in your practice, you can keep your knees bent and just explore walking your hands up along your back. If it is in your practice, you can extend your legs all the way up, engaging the entire body, core, glutes. You can also play around a bit like I'm doing here, swaying your legs in the air. Yoga doesn't have to be so serious. And then you can begin guiding your feet back behind your head, coming into a plow. Again, explore a bit where you're at. It will be different on a daily basis, so tune into how your spine and body is feeling. Make sure not to turn your neck here. Try to stay with your head facing up. And just breathe deeply here. It's quite a sensitive posture. And then in your own time, you can begin rolling back down vertebrae by vertebrae. You can use your hands as support, engaging your core to protect your lower back. Once your feet are on the ground, you can sway your hips from side to side or windshield wipe your knees. We're going to do a counter pose from here. So placing your hands underneath your buttocks, palms facing down, and then pushing into your forearms. We're coming into our fish pose, resting the top of our head onto the floor, gazing backwards. Opening up the chest towards the sky. This is a big heart opener. It's also very good for the throat and the throat chakra. Engage the legs, point the feet, and then in your own time you can begin melting back down, removing your hands from underneath you. And we're going to move into our Shavasana. So you can let your feet open up wide like a book, relaxing your hands out towards the sides or onto your body. You can place one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart if you prefer that. And then just begin relaxing your entire body here. Relaxing the space between your eyebrows. Relaxing your eyes, your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Relaxing your throat. Letting your shoulders fall heavy into the earth. Relaxing all the way out to your fingertips. Relaxing your lungs, all your internal organs, your digestive system, your abdomen. Feeling your hips and pelvic area fall heavily onto the floor. Relaxing your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Feel your entire body relaxed here. And then just drift off into a deep rest, letting go, integrating what you just did. If you want to stay in your Shavasana, feel free to do so for as long as you need. If you want to come out and end the practice with me, you can begin bringing your awareness back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe clasping your hands together, coming into a full body stretch, maybe drawing your knees towards your chest, and then falling onto one side, resting in a fetal position for a few moments. Then keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to a comfortable seated position. And just observe how your body is feeling, where your mind is at. Bringing your palms to touch in front of the heart. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this practice for yourself, for your body, for your mind, for your soul. And thank you for letting me guide you through it today, letting your mind bow down to the wisdom of your heart. Thank you.